Alright, the stream appears to be up, and I can apparently hear myself, so I should probably stop that. There we go. Alright, so we are getting this party started with some ballroom, it looks like, but I need to make some notes real quick on Twitter. And there we go. Twitter has a message. Go Twitter! I'll start with any 5 of 6, see if he remembers how to play, because I haven't seen him around much. Man, already 115 drop frames. I must have done something wrong. Alright, and here we go. Hello, cold hands. One of these days I'm going to remember to throw the heat above, like, 64. It'll be fantastic. Whoa. That was kind of obvious. Whew! Get away from me, Ambassador. I don't want to deal with that anymore. So I gotta do 5 out of 6. I'm thinking statues later. But I'm also thinking I can do a book swap. I don't do it very often, so why not? Get a little flirty flirt in there. Hopefully at the end here we'll see the new logging. He had said he put new logging in place for that. Uh-oh. Like that. But at the end, I guess there's in the logs it's a little bit better. He put something in there where you can see seduction percentages, and I believe there's a little bit better bookkeeping for a few things now. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of that here in the near future. Where is my seduction target? All the way over at the statues. Oh, jeez. Let's see, did he mark my book a certain color? I don't think he did, so let's get this finished up. We'll do some statue work, and that should do it. Get some green actions in here. Speed things along a little bit. Always helps. There we go. There's the statue swap. The fat lady in the orange dress over there decided to do that for me. How nice of her. And that's a win. Oh, nice. Flirt with seduction target, 34%. That's pretty sweet. I like that. That'll be nifty. If it makes them feel any better, nobody's watching at the moment. doesn't look like much in the way of new options here. I just wanted to see if there were any. Doesn't look like it, and I don't think he was chatting anything. Nope. So there we go. There we go. Get a little bit of chit-chat in there, and here we go. So we got rid of inspect. We got tall, short, short in the back, and we got tall, tall, tall in the left, and we got a girlfriend messaging me. So we got tall, 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 short, short. So we're going to watch that and see what we can get. Nope, nothing there. So we'll get another low light in while we're waiting. Red dress just grabbed the book and decided to walk with it. Tall, tall, tall on the left, and tall, short, short in the back. Red dress just stopped chatting in favor of him, so I'm in between those two right now. That's kind of a big deal. We got a guy in the back who still has a tall statue in his hand. Should be tall, short, short, so that works. We got a red dress back over at the blue bookcase. Take a little peek at that. See if we can catch something. Nope, no catch. It's a briefcase. That's a little odd. He returned that back in a normal clip, so that's not anything unusual. And he also dropped it at the right time, so we're going to low light for that. That was when the ambassador went to go pick up a book. That should have happened. So it happened exactly the way it was supposed to. We're going to highlight for that because we see somebody picking up a statue right now. Oh, what's going on there? Okay, his fat butt's getting in my way. So we're going to watch the bookcase on the left. Red dress was at blue earlier, don't forget. So we're going to just kind of watch that. We're not going to highlight that book right away either. We're just going to kind of watch. See if we can catch something. Nope. Put it right back. And that's the girlfriend messaging. Yeah, we'll check her out at the end here. Got somebody just kind of standing in front here, not doing much. The statues all look like normal statues right now. We're not seeing anything unusual. Remember, he's got to do 3 of 5, so it's possible he could have inspected enough statues already. And it's possible he might not be swapping or doing microfilm, in which case banana bread should be coming very shortly. Nope, banana bread there. So that. We got tall on the left, which is what it should be. And we got somebody walking away with a green book, which is alright by me. And see anybody doing a... Well, that's a blue book right there. He put that away a little fast, but that is possible, so I don't want to overthink that one. Still got a tall statue in the far left. We got somebody doing what an NPC would normally do. Normally an NPC would walk like that. So we'll have to watch that kind of close, just in case. That was not her. What are we looking at here? What am I missing? That's not her. I'm going to shoot. Shoot! I don't know which one to shoot. Got him, I think. Woo! Ooh, marked spy suspicious. There's a new highlight right in the center there. We're going to clear this message before the girlfriend. Wow, 0.6 seconds. Girlfriend can't stay over tonight. Oh well. I'll also have to live without. Somebody messaged me. There's a mystery assessor job open. Okay, this is spam, so I will not deal with it. Yeah, that was a pretty good match right there. We'll stay with Ballroom for a little bit. I'll do any 5 of 6 again. I don't mind doing that until he gets caught up. I used to play against this guy probably a month and a half or 2 months ago. He's a pretty good guy. He just hasn't played much lately. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Take last sip and pray he did not notice that. Oh, thank goodness. He did not notice me walk in front of that. Get book. There we go. Okay, where is the laser? Laser is right on me. So he's actually highlighting this book, which means I have to pull the microfilm out of it. Which I will do now. Hopefully he did not see that. Looks like I'm alright on that one. I'll come over here. And I will not be swapping the statue this game. I am not going to swap statue. Because I want to see what happens with the percentages. If I get a perfect on a percentage, I'm kind of interested to seeing, just how much you get for that. So I will be going over to the seduction target and doing a perfect, hopefully. Ah, didn't get it. I'll have to wait a moment and see if I can get that again. Oh, the girlfriend.
Banana bread.
There's a perfect banana bread for everybody. And now I need to get the perfect flirt to go with it. Hey, get out of my way, you scrub. There we go. There's the perfect flirt, so at the end of the game I'll get to see the percentage on that one. I need to do microfilm at some point. Blue is not looking very happy, but I'll just hide this somewhere. So I'm going to try and do this somewhere in the middle. Oh, actually I grabbed that book kind of fast. That wasn't good. But there's a lot of people over on the other side, so I'm going to try and do this all the way over on the other side. See if I can get that pulled out. See, he's right on me, which I don't like. That implies he's watching me. Technique I haven't done in a while, but I actually did the book right there. And I was standing just outside the conversation circle, but I had people in front of me, so I'm hoping it wasn't noticed, and it doesn't look like it was. Ooh, I'm going for a book right now, because I can flirt while I'm doing it. There's my flirt to win. And there's the book. That'll be 5 of 5. Is he going to shoot in the last 3 seconds? He might have regular lighted me. Oh, he highlighted me. Okay. So, a perfect flirt. Where's a perfect seduction at? I had it somewhere in here. 50% for a perfect, and then it was 80. So I got 35 after that for a regular right on top of her. That'll be a F5 on that. That's kind of cool. I like seeing the percentages as it goes through. That's pretty sweet. Yep, a white seduce target action gets you 35% if you're within the conversation circle of the sniper. Or the seduction target. There we go. Darn oldness. And here we go. Looks like he was not checking out the statues again there. So that's a tall, short head. And that's a statue I don't care about right there. Tall, short head, and then on the left is tall, short head. Oh, tall, short head across the board. Tall, short head for everybody. A little light already. We got the back there. We got a tall. All over here as well. Mark that. And start low light and everything I normally low light by this point. That statue's pretty normal over there. But we're keeping track of who's been at the statues. Not that he could inspect anything, but we just like it. The reason I highlighted blue at the start is because he came up front, and I wasn't sure if I would remember. That was a quick book, so we'll have to watch that. That's actually going to go back to normal now. He had looked at his watch right at the start, and I wanted to keep track of who looked at their watch. That way I could check later and see if the speed had slowed down a bit. This guy just came all the way flying across the room out of nowhere. The red tie in the lower left here, on the far left. So we're going to watch him, see if he just does the book in plain sight. No, he's not doing anything at the moment. We got tall short head there, and we got tall short head in the back. The guy highlighted that I like. We're waiting for a banana bread here. I haven't seen one in a while. I'm less likely to believe this is him now, based on him grabbing that briefcase. He doesn't do briefcase much. We're going to watch the book on the far right. Nope, nothing there. Got somebody just drinking on the edge here. We got somebody else on the edge as well. Got somebody looking at a book right there. I get the feeling he's looking for a book. I mean, it feels like there's been a lot of people at books, and it just makes sense. We're still checking out the book over there. Okay, well, he's done with that book, whatever he did. So our regular light him. We got tall, short head in the back and tall, short head on the left. So he hasn't swapped anything recently. Mark that. That way he can't do like a insta swap here. Got a guy up front who just checked his watch, but the time hasn't slowed down any. We got somebody with a book up front who that guy shouldn't be over there looking at the books again. So we're watching both, the left and the right. We're looking at the green book on the left and the blue book on the right. See if we can catch this guy. Haven't heard banana bread yet, and I'm pretty sure microfilm hasn't been swapped. Yep, there you go. He ran out of time. He did get a transfer microfilm, so he managed to pull it out. He just didn't put it back, it looks like. Let's see, I will be the spy here. Now I'll go any 5 of 6 again. And I get the feeling he's getting back in the saddle here, so he might have some momentum going here. I'm going to stand here and hope the flirting target stops near me. Here we go. Let me get a flirt in to start the game. Now I'll get a drink in. Hopefully he doesn't remember the drinking rules. Looks like he did alright there. Leave. I'm going to get a bug and then come back. Look at that. All kinds of smooth right there, except it really wasn't at all. Now I will walk away. I see the laser underneath, which means he's watching me a little bit here, but I'm going to get that microfilm right now while he's not... Uh-oh, he was watching. Ooh, that's kind of rough. I'm surprised he didn't catch that. Laser's way over there, so I'm alright. I'm going to go over here and grab all these statues while I'm standing here. Yeah, I think he's going to shoot. Or he's just highlighted me for coming back here. Uh-oh, that's a bad swap. I don't like having that in my hands. We're just trying to get away from the statue for right now. Hopefully he doesn't notice that we just did the swap like that. I think it'd be safer to contact the double agent at this point, so I'm just going to stand in a conversation circle and wait for the double agent to go somewhere. We're just kind of watching the double agent as he cruises across, and he picked a less popular conversation circle than we were in, so we're going to have to go to another conversation circle. And he left. He doesn't like me at all. And now I'm suspicious, and I really need to go somewhere else. And is he going to shoot somebody I know? I have to wait for somebody else to talk, and there is an interrupt on that, which is even better. Sweet! He didn't catch me. Or he didn't shoot in time, one or the other. Oh, I need to go to the bottom and F5 that instead. Nah, I won't touch it. There. Twitter real quick, see if an update has happened yet. I was really hoping Chris would throw out a tweet, but unfortunately not. Oh, here we go. If anybody has any questions, feel free to throw those out in the Twitch chat, or you can just ask me pretty much anytime you see me. I'm glad I got that perfect then. So he did inspect statues again. So we're going to look at the back. It was a short in the middle, short, short. So head, short, short. And over here we got head to head, tall. Head, head, tall, head, short, short. Head tall, head short, short. We're gonna highlight that just so we got it. Head tall, head short, short. Head tall, head short, short. Yep. So nothing's been swapped yet. He has been playing a little slow on most games, so I'm not too concerned if I don't see anything right away. He's not playing the way I do, where I sort of rapid fire the things out, hope that I get it. That's a blue book going towards the the green bookcase. So what we're going to do is just watch that back at the painting, see what happens there. Time is still moving normally, so nobody's hit that yet. Ooh. Coming back this way. Head, head, tall, head, short, short. Correct. And the same person picked up the statue twice back there. I feel like I'm missing something, so I'm going to sit here and watch a little more. We're watching on the right side right now. We're looking to see if we can catch a microfilm in the act. He has shown he's willing to do microfilm, so it's worth taking a look. It's still short in that guy's hand right there, so we're going to keep him highlighted for a little bit. This guy hasn't proven any reason for me to be concerned anymore. So I'm just watching the statue in the back, waiting for somebody else to pick up the book. There we go. Okay, we got the bookmark there. Bookmark. That's kind of funny. I'm going to take a stab and say that's not him. That book is now marked. So we've got head, tall, head, short, which makes sense. So we're watching for the transfer microfilm on the far right. We're going to see if that lady is their spy. Does not look like it. Or at least she's not willing to out herself yet. I'm watching the statue in the back now. Shooting for a short here, if possible. Let's see, head short. That's the red dress, so I'm going to highlight her for a little bit. See, I really have nobody highlighted yet, so I need to start highlighting somebody. He is less suspicious now. There's going to be something going on here in the next couple seconds. I need to be watching for a banana bread or something like that. That's probably a blue book. And he's definitely a green book. I'm going to watch those a little bit, see if maybe I can catch somebody trying to do a last second swap on me. She just swapped books there. Or I'm sorry, not swap statue, she just looked at the statues. 0. Nope. He did not get it done in time. He was probably close. I see he went in a conversation. He was probably going to... Yep, DA left. Very, very close, though. That's what we like to see. Stretch it out a little bit. Yeah, I definitely have to remind people, do not do the double agent in the first 30 seconds, because I will know. I will low light half that room, because they are not settled yet. They are not in conversations. There we go. I am now going to go to spy. I'll do 5 of 6 again. He needs to catch me at some point. They've been some close games, so I have a feeling he's going to get me now. He's going to be watching, because I either got to do swap statue or I got to do, which I'm going to do swap statue right now, and hope he doesn't notice it. And there you go. As long as he didn't think, hey, there's 3 heads back there, that's kind of weird, then we're all good. I don't think he had enough time to look at him. Put the statue down. Put the statue down, Blue, so I can inspect it real quick. There we go. Sweet. Got it. I think he's watching the ambassador pretty close. We're going to go free flirt right here. Compliments of the bookcase. We're going to turn around a little bit so we can watch what's going on. He's watching from the side here. Not unexpected, but I'm not doing any books this time around, so I will gleefully put it away. I'm trying to stay away from the transfer microfilm when I don't have to do it. So at this point, I have to do a double agent.
And the end of red.
There we go. And then I just got to get 2 flirts in. Although he's really, really on us right here. So he's watching us pretty good. Oh, and he shot. Interesting. He had marked me suspicious when I was at the statues in the back, and then he noticed I was part of the, part of the DA. So, yeah, I gotta be more careful when I was acting like a spy. Wow, that's rough. Alright. Like I said earlier, if anybody has any questions or is just interested in learning more about the game, feel free to type your responses right there in the Twitch chat, and I will get to them when I can. So he got rid of Inspect again, which is just getting weird now. It looked like Tall in the back there, so that is a Short Tall, actually. So that's a Short Tall. On the left, we got Short Tall, so that was much easier. Red Dress is walking away from Short Tall. So, okay then. That's a whole lot of hooey. On the left here, we got Short Tall. So everybody's still good there. No problems or issues. He didn't try and rush anything, as far as I can tell. I got a little light her, and I got a little light one more person somewhere around here. Well, what else am I low lighting? Short Tall in the back, Short Tall on the left. That book needs some marking. Nope, we're all good there. Some books marked. So we just put that book away. So, being pretty emphatic about the books. I don't want to get caught where I don't notice something that's quite critical. Short Tall. And the books are a spot where nobody should ever get through. If you're 100% solid, there should be no way people get through on that one. So I'm watching the right arm of the red shirt right now. Trying to get a feel for him, see if I can figure out what he's doing. Not seeing anything else right at the moment. I believe this is a green book. I could be wrong, but it doesn't matter. It's a double agent. My opening depends on position, almost exclusively. I don't like when I start with alcohol in my hand, but wait a minute. No, that's Short Tall. That's Short Tall in the back. Okay. Yeah, I don't like it when I start with alcohol, but I guess once in a great while it's in your benefit to have it, because people don't necessarily think it's you. I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up. So Red Dress has been chatting back there a little bit. I'm a little concerned that there's going to be a banana bread, and I'm not going to see who else is there. So I'm really hoping it doesn't happen while she's in there, because I'll be a little concerned. We got a chat but no banana bread, so that's actually 2 chats in a row. That would normally earn a low light with some people, because multiple chats in the same conversation circle are usually an indication that you're an NPC, because you spent a lot of time there. But I'm less likely to low light you for that. I am going to low light him for that, though. White jacket. Well, no, that's not atypical. I mean, you put the book back kind of fast, but that's actually not atypical. I'm watching the book on the far right now, trying to catch somebody doing a transfer. So right now we're just sitting here watching, just seeing what's going on.
And the end of red.
Nope, can't be that. Not him. Not her. It could have been a fake. Nope, apparently not. And I had neither highlighted nor low-lighted. Yeah, looks like you got it. He definitely took his time, which is what he needed to do. He took enough time on it. Oh, he actually kept track of wins, too. Wow, that's kind of cool. On the far upper left here, it says as spy 3, meaning you got 3 total wins. That's kind of nice from a bookkeeping point of view. So you can say 8 games, I got 6 wins. Okay, 75% win right now. Let's see. To answer more thoroughly, the opening, it does depend on my position in great deal, but in part it's just luck, so that's kind of position, sort of the same thing. He shot me last time, so I'm going to do 4 or 5, and he'll be doing either 3 or 4 or 4 or 5. If I start with the drink, oh man, does that flip me off. I wish you could mark a box that says never ever start with a drink ever. I mean, people would know who I am or who I'm not. Maybe they'd low light based on that solely, but I would feel a lot better about it, because then I could just pick up a statue and do a swap in the first 10 seconds and nobody would notice. So, let's see. Need to get rid of something in here. Get rid of Seduce. I'm confident I can get a statue swap in right at the start here, as it doesn't even matter if I'm close or not. See, I started with a drink, so that means I got a chug right now. That gives him time to memorize what statue I'm going to be holding. And you'll notice he's watching like a hawk here. I don't like doing perfect swaps right at the start. I'd much rather get, the correct statue. in place, or the wrong statue in place, so to speak. I don't like the idea that he could see somebody else swap it later, and it's like, hey, you got there right at the start and you rushed it. Now you're going to get caught because somebody else decided to swap for you. And there's the bug. That was a little obvious, but I'm hoping it wasn't too bad. Where's my double agent? Because if I hit that, I win. So I just need the double agent. I'm going to follow the double agent wherever he goes. So there you go. Go into a conversation somewhere. No! Stop that! I'll talk next just so I look normal for a little bit. Okay, where's that laser at? That laser's on the right side, about halfway through the conversations. Okay, the statue's going to be going down again. Now, double agent, get in a conversation. I am willing you to get in a conversation with me. There you go. You're going for a conversation, aren't you? You like conversations. Ugh, that looked really, really, really bad. So I'm going to wait for somebody else to talk. There you go. Wait, who's he watching? He's watching the other conversation, but I can't tell who's watching it. I think he's watching White Jacket in this one. No! Oh, shoot. I coughed. Whew! He didn't see it! But he knows now that a couple people could not be it. So that's kind of a bummer. Oh, man. What to do? I want to do the double agent, but this is coming up on like 2 minutes, or a minute and a half that I haven't been able to do it yet. If that double agent comes right back here, I'll do it. Nope. Nothing. I just get the feeling that if I do it, he's going to call me out on it. In the form of a shot. Oh, well, he did shoot, just not me. So he marked me suspicious right from the start because I went right for the statues. That makes sense. And then it kind of went downhill for him from there. But it's alright. He had me highlighted at the end, which is the important part. It means he was watching the right person throughout the game. We got 9 games in. I've done Spy 5 times and I've won 4 of those, thank goodness. I'm going to be shooting as a sniper here, and then we'll be 10 games done. And then I'm going to have to go look and see if I'm close to... Whoa. I'm actually going to go up to the page real quick and see if... see how many games I am to 2,000. Let's see, 1931 is what I'm at there, so I'll be at 1940 right now. 1941 after this game. So I still got a ways to go before I hit 2,000. I'm alright with that. It just means I won't hit it for a while. I'm not too worried about it. I just it'd be nice to play my 2000s game against Checker or something like that. I didn't get to play 1,000 against him, and next thing you know I was at 1,300, and then he didn't have time to play 1,500 because he was trying to get the last patch out in time. So now that he got this patch out, I'm hoping he has a couple minutes to play number 2,000 with me. I'll be the 4th person in the beta to hit 2,000, assuming nobody passes me between now and then. So that'd be kind of spiffy. I'd love to see that. So we got any 3 of 4 here, and he's picking out his missions right now. I hope he gets rid of Swap Statue and Transfer Microfilm. Those are the 2 that I'd get rid of, if I had that option. The microfilm is incredibly hard because usually you have to give away at least 2 tells and up to 4 tells depending on how you do it. You can do it with as few as 1. That's if you just transfer the book. I got in the beta 8.22. Let's take a look. Should say it right here. Last login somewhere in here is member since 6/26, and it is now 11/13, so 4.5 months ago. There we go. just so you guys know, a couple of you guys are already in the beta, so you know this, but it actually shows he has a leaderboard. I'm number 4 here in the leaderboard right now. This is in total games played. If you sort it by wins, I think I'm 4th in both right now, or I'm 4th and 5th, or something like that. It's actually, I'm going to be 6th in sniper wins and 4th in spy wins. My 4th in spy wins is way over, like, even 5th. It's like 30 or 40 games more, because I tend to win a lot more spy games than most other people. Like, I might actually pass Veriflawed before I hit like 2200, which would be kind of nice. Oh, and here we go. Okay, he got rid of the microfilm, so I just have to memorize the statues here. He hasn't been doing statues much. We got a tall, a short, and a short. And on the far left, we got a tall head, head. So we got tall head, head, tall, short, short. That. Low light him, low light him. Tall head, head, tall, short, short. And watch and see, is there going to be a bug? Nope. Nothing odd in the back there, so everything looked pretty good. He can't do microfilm, so I don't know why I'm lighting it up. But tall head, head, tall, short, short. And it's still tall back there, so we're all good there. We got 3 minutes left, so nobody's added time recently, and since nobody can do those, I'm going to start watching conversations a little more closely. I mean, we got it tall on the left, so I'll do that. Just so I remember who's there. That guy's going to go away, so I'll just nuke that. Tall head, head, tall, short, short. Him in the back. Tall, short, short. That guy's not it. That guy's not it, and that guy's not it. So, well, that guy's really not it. He's holding a book and the briefcase. He's not going to be it. Gotta keep him regular lit, though. Tall, short, short. So, all's good in the back still. I need to be watching these conversations, because at some point a banana bread's going to happen, and I haven't been inspecting these conversations at all. That's not him. That's what an NPC normally does. So that should be a head in the hands over there. These books, just as I can. Man, everybody's in statues. This is rough. No statue swap there, so everybody's happy with the statues right now. And that's going to be a briefcase, so we'll low light for that. Alright, let's watch this conversation a little bit and see if we can figure out what's going on. The one on the left is spoken twice in a row, so if there was a banana bread, I'd be highly suspicious right now. But there wasn't, so we're all good there. Just to make sure, we got tall head, head, tall, short, short, so no statues are swapped yet. And there's a banana bread, but this person had just gotten in the conversation. That person was not in a conversation. That one was out of a conversation that I would care about. So, without a statue swap, there's still potential for one more thing. Purple just walked up to the glass. If Purple walks back to the same conversation, I will be highly suspicious, along with Orange Dress as well. You'll notice she just walked straight back. Now let's see, is she going to talk? She talked. So that's a flirt at the end. And there you go. There's the seduction at the end, and he was going to win. So if you can keep track of all that rambling, you too can catch somebody. I gave him quite a few opportunities there to prove he was not the spy, and he just kept doing things that spies would do. That doesn't mean I correctly figured out. It should have been the red Oh, actually seduction was green dress, but either way, they were both in the same conversation. I already low-lighted green dress, so that's why I didn't really notice. Alright, so we're going to go back. Alright, this man likes his balcony, so we're going to do some balcony. I remember doing a whole bunch with him before. So we're going to try and get a bug right off the start, like in the first 3 seconds of the game if possible. Nope, definitely did not get it. We're just standing on the exterior hoping he'll low-light us at this point. I was a little concerned there for a moment, but looks like my concerns were unfounded. I would like to get a flirt in at some point here, so I get that much closer. So there we go. Now I'm going to wait to see who is he really watching. He is watching, oh, the person who's talking right now. Oh, shoot. I didn't get it perfect. He'll probably shoot me because I stopped talking. I don't expect... Oh, he shot the other guy. Good. So he was actually watching the other guy. Sweet. I did not earn a low light, though. That's a bummer. For him. I mean, I'm alright with it, but, you know, he didn't highlight me, so. Fake start. Yeah, real started. Yeah, fake uttered. Man, who else is out there right now? We got Thunder, R7, Stool, MCOW, I don't know. Pull up a chair, I don't know. Joe PK, I don't know. Zap, Lamux, I don't know, and Zero, Vunic. Wow, we actually got a pretty full room out there. A couple of you guys are actually in this chat room too, aren't you? Go. I'm gonna watch for a bug from the white. Nope, no bug. Time ad that I can see. Oh, no time ad. Alright, so we got a conversation going on here. Let's see, how's the flow going? Some normal talk in there. That's a normal talk right there, and then somebody interrupted right there. And somebody interrupted back there. The highlighted one is highly suspicious at this point. Oh man, these guys are both highly suspicious too now. If that's a banana bread, I'll shoot him. No bug. Never heard of banana bread yet. Still waiting on one. That's an NPC movement right there. Did a watch check on the left. Didn't see anything odd though. Oh, there you go. Did he actually try to bug at any point? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, the white was a little suspicious there. It doesn't look like he tried to bug at all, which is good. That's good for me. Looks like I'll be a white jacket, black guy this time around. I never remember the names, so it's about the best you'll get from me. Need more people in the conversation before I can do anything. So the ambassador is going to be walking here in about 3, 2... Oh, no. I'll have to talk with Checker about that. I don't know why that ambassador decided to walk. Yeah, it's just something that'll be added, or happens occasionally that just decides to walk. Kind of suck, though. Prefer to know when she's going to walk. Yep. Oh! Ended up shooting the DA instead of me. Wow. I thought that little loop I did would be pretty bad, but there we go. Still a little fun chat here while I'm waiting. Looks like somebody ended up leaving the chat here. That's a bummer. I was really hoping I'd get a shout out by Hacker by now, but Checker hasn't logged in. He hasn't done much of anything, and normally his phone is right on him, so he can do the retweets and stuff. Here we go. What's up, bud? He did get stuck there. That's a little unusual. Don't like seeing that. Give this a whirl here. We'll give him another try to not get caught this time, hopefully. So what I'm watching for right now is a time ad. I'm really expecting one. That's just a regular chat. No time ad. That was 2 talks in a row from this guy. So that's a little unusual. Normally we don't see 2 chats right in a row. That's not good from the blue suit there. If I see blue suit leave and come back at some point, I'll be suspicious. And if I see this guy leave and come back, I'll be suspicious. Nope. No bugging. No bugging. I don't like bugs. So no bug. Do not bug. You did not add time. That was kind of weird. Walked away, and I don't know why he just went in and walked away like that. That's kind of weird. Like, this guy's walking all over the place now. That is somebody standing in the wrong spot. That person walked up and immediately started chatting. I don't know what's going on here. Man, that's crazy. I think he got it. That's the important thing. Huh. Yeah, he was intentionally failed flirting to push somebody out. And let's see, it was blue in this case. So blue was walking all over the place. He was intentionally failing to get blue to walk all over. So that's pretty good. That's interesting. I like the failed flirting thing. There you go. He got himself a little win there. He saw it. He didn't see it. Sweet. Got a bad. Managed to get the bug in without anyone noticing. Interesting. So I'm going to get a chat in here just to get some flirting in, just in case I need to. It's not normal that I'll need to get a full flirt in if I already got the bug in, but I like having the option and being closer to done. That kind of helps. Dang it. Stupid DA, get over here. And now on the bright side, the seduction target walked away, so I get a free seduce once she walks back, which should be pretty quick. There we go. Not free seduce. And this time I will talk all the way to the end. Okay, here comes the DA.
And in the red.
Dang it. I didn't get a perfect, so he had somebody to shoot. And red was out. He was looking at me. So, dang it. I should have known that he was looking at red as well. That would have made much more sense, because then he could have come back. There. So he marked me as neutral, because I was standing and did not bug. Interesting. So let's see, in the end I had 16 games, I had 6 6s, 12, so 75% win ratio there, not too bad. Alright, and he disconnected.